Why do you feel Sarah Palin in Alaska is becoming so much part of our public discourse? Is it her personality? And have you ever met her, or do you have any views about what she's contributing or not contributing to
No,
American
I
life?
never met her, but obviously I've watched her on television many times, and I think she's one of the most dynamic and attractive speakers we've ever seen. She knows how to appeal to a crowd. She's extremely eloquent. She has a very clear-cut, I say, political philosophy that she expresses, and she appeals highly to an enthusiastic group of supporters. I think within the Republican Party and within the Tea Party element of the Republican Party, she's going to be a formidable candidate if she decides to run in 2012. And I wouldn't be surprised if she could get the Republican nomination. However, even within the Republican Party, as you know, I just know from opinion polls, even a majority of Republicans don't think she's qualified to be president. But she does have the capability, in my opinion, as an extreme outsider, maybe to get the nomination.
Do you see any connection to yourself? She was a governor from a state, and you were a governor in Georgia, and the odds seemed very odd and kind of came out of nowhere, and you went into Iowa and New Hampshire and the Peanut Brigade. And do you feel there's sort of although you're obviously coming from the Democratic side of kind of populism, do you see any connection with what she's trying to do with what you did, or none at all?
Not really. I finished my term as governor.
Do you think quitting will hurt her? You never quit. Ronald Reagan never quit.
I think that her own particular large group of supporters don't hold that against her. I think she's already proven that. So, no, I don't see any parallel between me and her, but I do see a parallel between the times that I ran for president in 1976 and this past year with the Tea Party movement, because it's primarily a group of well-meaning people, in my opinion, who were just completely dissatisfied with what was happening in Washington. And I have to admit that I had the same kind of benefit when I ran for office against a wonderful group of other candidates who were my opponents, most of whom were U.S. senators, very distinguished, and I was able to prevail primarily because I capitalized on the dissatisfaction that kind of was one of the driving forces for the Tea Party this past year.